Okay, welcome to the microengineering course. Start here today with the microstrip antenna. So we have seen earlier that is about a microstrip line, parallel strip line, okay, slotted line, okay, slotted strip line that we have seen. Last. Now we have come to the topic. We learn here the microstrip antenna. The microstrip antenna is whatever the strip we have designed earlier, microstrip line we have designed earlier. Using that for the development or a design of a microstrip, okay, what structures they are used. So similarly, we need to design a antenna there. So this is about a patch antenna. Patch antenna, or you can say a microstrip antenna. So there are various patches to be designed or developed here. Now I just show you the what are the various types of patch can be developed. So here is square one, okay, then a rectangle shape. It can be of a different shape. Then a dipole, then a circular one, then a elliptical one, then a triangle, then a circular ring. We have inner circle and outer circle. This one is a ring hole. Here you can say that circular ring. Okay. Now these are the various types of a patch antenna, or you can say that the ring sector is like half of the circle, half of the shape or half of the ring is there. Okay. Or you can say that ring. Now these are the various types of an antenna, or these are the various types of a shape that can be designed using the patch antenna. Now we start here with the learn what are the various types of particular patch antennas available there. Okay, that we need to be learning. So these are the now earlier we have seen that microstrip line. The microstrip line, the structure is what we have a PCB. Okay, we have a PCB. This is about PCB here. Okay, likewise, this one is about our PCB, and I supposed to say that this one is about a two-sided PCB. Now in a two-sided PCB, this one is about a ground. Okay, this one is about a conducting one. Below that, or we can say it is nothing but a ground plate. Okay, and in between that there is a dielectric material. Okay, small r is a dielectric material is there, and then this one is nothing but that above shape is nothing but we say the shape is about then consider that okay this particular shape we have designed. And that is that shape of that particular patch is designed here. So it is likewise it is just like a design particular rectangular shape here. Or this particular line has to be developed here. Now this is the line, okay, and that is called as a microstrip. Okay, we can go ahead here throughout that. Okay, so we can say that the body line that is called as a microstrip line. So now instead of that microstrip line, so here the various patches or various shapes are there that is to be designed or that is to be developed on the printed circuit board. Now that shapes are nothing but what? How to develop those shapes? We say that we have this type of a PCB now. Okay, two-sided PCB we consider, and below that we consider that there is a ground. Okay, nothing but a ground plane we have. Okay, we have. Now we need to develop some particular shape. Suppose I am going to develop a shape of a rectangle now. This is about a rectangle shape, and that rectangle shape is developed on this particular PCB, and this is nothing but a this rectangle shape will be act as an antenna. Or suppose I wanted to develop a square shape now. Okay, suppose on this instead of a rectangular, I wanted to develop a square shape. This is nothing but a square shape. Now this square shape or this particular rectangular shape will be act as an antenna. Now how to excite those antennas? To excite those antennas, we need to design a small microstrip line or small transmission line is to be used to excite this particular antenna. So for a triangle, we need to excite from this to there. Okay, now that is nothing but what we can say a transmission line. Here we can say a transmission line, or we say it is nothing but a microstrip line. Okay, this one is nothing but a transmission line, or we can say it is nothing but a microstrip. Now we have designed a microstrip line earlier. So in that case, we say that for the given microstrip line, there will be a thickness, some sort of thickness is there, and then we say that is about the length, and then this one is about the width. Okay, so length matters when we connect one component to the another component. Right now, here we have a line. Okay, so it is about the length. This is nothing but the length of this line, and this portion is nothing but the width, and it has some particular thickness. So now width and thickness will tell you what will be the characteristic impedance of that line. If that line length changes, again this characteristic impedance of this particular line changes. Now that is about the line. But again, the structures we have designed, that is about a rectangular shape or a square shape of a structure or any other shape. Okay, this one we have designed, and that this shape will be act as an antenna. So now why these antennas are designed and where these antennas to be used? Now since it is about a PCB, okay, so since this structure is about a PCB structure, so while designing the antenna, okay, so we use a two-sided PCB or a single-sided PCB, and we can develop that particular shape and it can be used. Now since this PCB is having a lightweight, okay, this is about PCBs, you know that it is lightweight. Given that structure we have designed, that will be square shape or any other shape, it is again a lightweight. And due to the lightweight structure, okay, due to the lightweight structure, so it is to be used in the most of the application, likewise in a aircraft there. Okay, if you see that aircraft or spacecraft, these antennas are used. Now if you know that antenna is nothing but a metallic body, and that metallic body is acts as a ground plane, and above that particular shape is to be designed. Okay, likewise, so just like we can consider that type of an antenna. Now you people have seen that somewhere, okay, on a okay car and all. Likewise, you have a car, okay, on the car some antennas are there. Okay, in most of the vehicles nowadays, some antennas are there. Okay, that antenna is nothing but it is just like we have a car here. We say that is about a car, and some antenna is there that is to be placed. Okay, likewise, that is above. Okay, one wire is there, and that wire is actually the dipole, or we can say this one is a weep antenna. But below that, this one is a conducting one. Okay, this one is a metallic structure, and that metallic structure is act as a ground for this particular antenna. Okay, this one is a ground, and this one is about your antenna. Okay, exciting element will be this one. This can be used as a receiver, because if you see in a car, there is FM. FM is received by this particular antenna. Okay, so likewise, there are the various structures to be used for, or various types of structures are available, so that will be used for the different applications. But now this one is just like a wire antenna, or we say whip antenna here, and this one is about, we can say, a patch of rectangular square shape, a rectangular shape of a patch there. Since this antenna is a low weight there, okay, so that's why this type of antennas are used in a aircraft or a spacecraft. And this antenna size, if you see that the size of this particular patch is very very small there. Again, the weight of that antenna is very, very small. Because of that weight and size, if you consider that a PCB, simple PCB, okay, and a simple PCB, lightweight is there. Because of that lightweight, okay, we can easily handle this particular antenna or develop or design this antenna. Means we can easily install this type of antenna because it is very, very lightweight and a simple one. And again, the PCB size, that cost of that PCB is small there, okay, low. That's why you can say that about this type of an antenna is about a low cost antenna. And again, what happened here? Because this type of a structure, if you consider, it is to be used on, we say that is about a aircraft there. Why it is to be used in aircraft? Because it has a aerodynamic profile character. Okay, so we can say that aerodynamic profile constraint. So that's why this type of an antenna can be used in a aircraft or a spacecraft. So we can easily install there, and the performance of antenna, if you consider, it is good because we can consider this antenna as a receiver in the most of the cases. Since all the features, if you consider, this type of antenna are called as a low profile antenna. Okay, so because we consider that it is used on the spacecraft or whatever, we can say it is used in the aircraft and all. That's why this type of an antenna is called as a low profile antenna. And here, now this one, we have, okay, this is about a ground plane, just we consider. It is to be placed, okay, that antenna, because metal body is there for the aircraft that can be used as a metal body, and in between that, the dielectric is to be filled, and above that, we can place the your shape or that particular structure there. So already that metal is present on the aircraft. Okay, so that's why we need no need to develop that particular ground plane. Only on a dielectric we need to develop shape. Shape can be of a rectangle or a square shape that can be designed. There is small line we require. Okay, that small line. This is about a small line because this antenna is to be excited. So to excite this antenna, we need a small line, and that small line is called as a microstrip line. Here is the structure. Okay, here is the structure is developed using this microstrip line. That's why this antenna is called as a microstrip antenna. Now, if you consider that this particular microstrip antenna, so there are again we say similarly advantages is about a low cost, okay, or you can say that about a lightweight, installation is very easy. Okay, there are again the drawback or disadvantage of this particular antenna. Disadvantage of this particular antenna is what? It is not efficient. Okay, that it is inefficient to work. Okay, for this particular profile. So that's why most of the time you could not use this type of an antenna as a transmitter one. So it is to be used as a we can say that about a receiver one. And again, the operation bandwidth, it will be a narrow bandwidth. Okay, so we can say that about a narrow bandwidth, or we can say that about a narrow operation. So, so you people know that right now you people are using a mobile phone, and in a mobile phone that microchip antenna is used. So if you see that a specific band is designed, a specific band is given, so you only in that particular specific band that antenna is to be used. Otherwise, that antenna cannot be used for the given particular specific band. Now, how these microstrip antennas to be designed? How it is to be constructed? Generally, if you consider that it is about, we can say, a small patch is there. It is to be develop a small patch. So right now, I just go to draw a small patch of rectangular shape here. It is about a small patch, we say. It is of a rectangular shape. And that patch is connected to the transmission line. Okay. This one is about a transmission line, we say. This is about a patch. Okay. You can consider that about a patch here. Okay, this one is about patch shape here, and this patch is placed on the whatever the substrate we have. Just here. Now this is nothing but a substrate. Okay, and this is nothing but we can say that for this rectangular shape, it has a dimension. Okay, these are about the dimension, length and width. Okay, and this one is nothing but the thickness of this. You can say length and the width. Okay, like you can consider that antenna. Okay, so now this is about a substrate. On the substrate, it is to be deposited there, particular patch. Okay, likewise, consider that the substrate there. This is about the size of the substrate. Okay, complete size of the substrate there. And then for this given antenna, we require a ground plane. This one is nothing but a ground. Now, if you see that this antenna, it looks like, okay, so this is about your conducting element, and this one is about your substrate. This is about the height of your substrate. Okay, this one is about the height of the substrate. Now, for this particular microstrip line, since it has some particular width, so it is nothing but the likewise. This is about your antenna, and that is about your length. Okay, transmission line or this particular length of this that microstrip line. Okay, so this is nothing but we can say we can provide the input. We can provide the input from this particular side, or you can say that is about the input, or you can say that about the feeding. Okay, or you can say that about the energy. You can, or you can say that about the excitation given to this particular patch antenna. So now this patch antenna is designed. So now this one is about a small patch or simple structure is constructed. Now we supposed to be consider that while designing that particular antenna. Okay, so before that we need to know about this antenna is to work for the different frequency. Now the operation of a frequency, okay, of frequency operation is depending upon that what will be the size, what will be the size of this particular patch. Okay, and then what will be the substrate. Okay, epsilon r. So we should know that for a given particular antenna, what will be its substrate? Okay, what will be its substrate? Okay, and uh, what will be the size of the given patch? So generally we say that this antenna is to be used for this narrow band operation. Okay, so it is to be used as a narrow band. So narrow band means what? So that is about the bandwidth frequency or operation bandwidth will be a narrow there. So, for example, if you consider that your mobile phone and you are using a Wi-Fi for the 2.4 gigahertz. Now, for the frequency of operation, it is supposed to be 2.4 gigahertz here. So, it is about the response will be very narrow. Like means here will get the peak. So, it is about that band will be very small. Okay, that's why you can see that about the narrow wave antenna. And if you obtain the radiation pattern of an antenna, it is about the wide beam. Okay, operation. Don't get confused. This one is about a narrow band of operation. We say a microstrip antenna. It is about a narrow band of operation. And we say again another thing is about it will be a wide band. Okay, or you can say sorry, not wide band, wide beam. Okay, it is about a wide beam antenna. Wide beam is nothing but different. Different means what? How your radiation pattern is there. Based on that we can say it is about a wide beam, because since it has a wider beam, so that's why we could not use this type of an antenna as a, we can say, a transmitter. That's why we can use this type of antenna as a receiver. Okay, major application. Okay, so now we see that it is to be used. Okay, so because narrow band of operation and wide beam of an antenna, and again everything, all these parameters are depending upon that what will be the length, width, what will be the size of that particular patch, or you can say that what will be the dielectric, okay, medium or dielectric substrate we have. So according to that, we can develop or we can design this particular antenna for the your particular frequency of operation. Generally, we say that there are various shapes can be designed. Okay, the square, rectangular, and all other shapes can be designed. But only the thing is that what happen for the given particular shape. Suppose we consider that okay, these are about the various shape we say. For the given particular shape, so we need to design a small specific. Okay, so you can say that excitation. So where we are providing the excitation for each and every antenna. Okay, so according to that, we can use this particular microstrip pattern. Means how we are exciting. Okay, what will be the radiation pattern we require, and which directions we require. So according to that, we can design a either shape of a rectangular or either shape of a square there. Okay, that is about your microstrip antenna. So now this microstrip antenna, because we say that is about it will work in microwave one. So we can say that this type of an antenna will be used in a ultra high frequencies. Okay, this is about it. This is about this can be used at a ultra high frequency. Why it is to be used at higher frequencies or ultra high frequencies there? Because the size of antenna, okay, if you consider that, generally we say that the size of an antenna is depending upon that frequency. Okay, so that's why the smaller the size of the antenna, that frequency is bit larger. So generally we say that a length of the antenna is depending upon the wavelength. Okay, the length of the antenna is depending upon the wavelength. Now similarly here we have a shape, square shape or rectangular shape, any other shape is there. That is about the size is small, so frequency will be large. Okay, so according to that we can find out what will be the size and what will be the operating frequency. Due to the size of that antenna is directly related to the resonant frequency or directly related to the wavelength. That's why we can say that about this type of an antenna will work for the higher frequency. So then again we say that about can be used for the give maximum directive gain. Okay. So for a single patch, if you consider a single patch, so it provides a maximum directive gain. Single patch provides a maximum directive gain. That maximum directive gain is about what? You can say that 6 to 9 dBi. Okay. So we can consider that that directive gain we can use. Okay, that's for the 6 to 9 dB. Now generally we say that a single patch is to be used. Okay, the microstrip antenna we prefer a single patch. If we consider that again we say that the body which is the body wide view. So we can design an antenna, we can develop or design an antenna so that we get that narrow beam also. Now how we can develop or how it can be designed? So using that various or again one more thing that's about the gain. We can increase the gain of an antenna or we can say that about the radiation pattern of an antenna we can increase by increasing the multiple antenna is to be connected or we need to develop a patch. Okay, how to develop a patch? Suppose we say that this is about your microstrip antenna and we say that's about a square shape. We can say that we can develop multiple antenna using that same shape and is to be designed. And this is nothing but what we can say is about an array. Okay, microstrip array. This structure is called as a microstrip array. So why these arrays are used? Improve the gain. Okay. The main function of this particular array is what? To improve the gain or to get the narrow beam. If gain is increased, automatically we'll get that a narrow beam. So right now if you say that we say it is about a wide beam antenna and it provides a maximum directed gain of 9 dBi. Now we can increase this gain as well as this narrow band of operation. Which antenna can be improved. How to improve this particular antenna? How to improve this? So instead of using a single path here, a single path, we can develop or design a multiple path there. We can form a microstrip array. Now here it is about a 3 element, okay, 3 by 3. The shape is about a 3 by 3. Means total 9 elements are present. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All these 9 elements are to be used as a radiation. Okay. So all these elements are connected each other. So now through this microstrip line, how they are connecting and how they are exciting. Okay, so that's why we need to learn about the a design of this particular microstrip antenna. And most of the cases, if you see that a rectangular shapes are used, most of the applications, if you see, so all other shapes instead of that, most of the applications a rectangular shape is used. Okay, so that is about the microstrip antenna because it has about what we can say that a length, okay, length of this particular microstrip antenna, that is nothing but approximately equal to the one half of the wavelength. Okay, whatever the length is there, that length of that antenna is approximately equal to the half of the wavelength. That's why a rectangular shape is used. And if you consider that it is to be designed this microstrip antenna instead of a optional R dielectric material, so we can develop the patch and it is to be placed somewhere. So in that case, air will be act as a dielectric. Okay, or we can say that air will be act as a dielectric substrate for this particular antenna. Generally, the the length of the antenna that is about a rectangular whatever the shape we have. Again, we can say that the resonant length of the antenna is different. Okay, generally we can say that at what frequency we are using this particular antenna. So at actual, okay, or you can say that about the resonant length, or you can say that a what will be the electrical length of that antenna. That electrical length of that antenna is different, okay, based on this how your signal radiates from this particular patch. Okay, so that is about we can say a antenna there. So we say earlier that is about a low cost antenna. Okay, so we can say that easy to install. Okay, it has a yeah, okay. So we can say that about the it has a easy to install there, and we can say that about the weight of the antenna is low there, size of the antenna is small there. So according to that, we can say that for a given particular antenna is used for the higher frequencies, we need to know about the what is the exactly electrical length of the antenna. So for every patch, we need to design a Q factor for this particular antenna. So Q factor, okay, that Q factor depending upon that what will be the operating bandwidth. Okay, so we can say that so we can say that impedance of this particular patch antenna is depending upon the what is the length and width. Similarly, we can design that particular that what is the Q factor that of that antenna. So again, the Q factor is depending upon the bandwidth of the antenna. So we will get a different types of polarized wave. Okay, polarization. Generally say that a patch antenna is given provided a right. We can say that is about a vertical polarized wave, or we can say that is about the horizontal polarized. Okay, vertical polarized wave means what? Electric field vector is perpendicular to the ground surface. Horizontal polarization wave means what? Electric field vector will be that is parallel to the ground surface. That's why I can say that a using this particular patch antenna will get that a vertical polarized or a horizontal polarization. Okay, so again we can using instead of that patch antenna can produce as a right hand circular or a left hand circular. Okay, or you can say that the right hand circular polarization. Okay, okay, we can say that's about a right hand circular polarization, or we can say that's about the left hand circular polarization. So this is about the patch antenna can be easily designed for this particular polarization there, and that can be okay, that can be designed using the different types of a feed line. According to that, we'll get that vertical polarized wave, or we can say that a horizontal polarized wave, or we can say that a right hand circular polarized wave, or left hand circular polarizing will get there. Okay, that is about your pattern. So we can design various types of structure there. Instead of a rectangular or anything else, we can design a various types of structure. So that structure, okay, so if you consider that, that structure can be what, a planar inverted F antenna. Okay, that is about a typical antenna nowadays people are using. That's about the inverted F antenna. Okay, and that all the mobile phones, if you consider that, the a planar, okay, inverted F antenna. Okay, planar inverted F antenna. Or in most of the cases, it is saying that FIFA antenna. Okay, that is used in most of the mobile phones. FIFA antenna is to be used. You can say that's about it. So that this planar inverted antenna is used in a mobile phone or a cell phone. And if you see that, that is about, we say that is about for a rectangular shape, we say that it is about the length is about the lambda by 2 here. Okay, length of this particular pattern. But these inverted antennas can be developed using this quarter wavelength. Okay, you can develop this patch using this quarter wavelength. Okay, means lambda by 4. Okay, instead of saying lambda by 2, you can say that a lambda by 4. So if we reduce the length of this particular antenna, okay, that length of this antenna, lambda by 4, so then a resonant frequency is again reduced. Okay, so you can say that if we can reduce it, the length of this particular patch, then resonant frequency of this particular patch is decreased. So generally we say that to increase that, we can say that to increase the resonant frequency, or we can say that a resonant frequency means again it comes to the bandwidth there, this radiation bandwidth. To increase the resonant frequency or irradiation bandwidth of the antenna, we can use instead of a single patch, we can use a multiple patch, or we can say that multiple FIFA antenna. So multiple inverted FIFA antenna can be used to increase the radiation bandwidth there, or we can say that it can be used to develop the, we can say for getting the highest gain and all. Okay, so likewise, patch, single patch. Okay, we can say that instead of a single patch, so multiple patch. Okay, so single patch, they have a disadvantages there. So disadvantage means what? Wide band, wide beam. Okay. Low gain we say as compared to the this one. Multiple beam, we can say that is about it. A narrow beam, and we can say that is about it. High gain. Means we can improve the gain, or we can improve that beam there. Or you can say that is about the, we can say for a multiple antennas we can improve the radiation bandwidth. Okay, we can improve the radiation bandwidth. So that is about the microstrip antenna, microstrip patch antenna we can use with a different systems and all. Simple, we say we have started here with learning with a patch antenna there. So that is about the length of this particular patch antenna designed for the different applications here. Now consider that this particular single patch antenna can be worked, for example, supposed to be a, for example, it work for the 100 megahertz or 1 gigahertz. So how it is to be designed? To design this particular antenna, we should know that what will be the length and what will be the width of this particular patch there. And then a microstrip line that will be work for the given particular frequency there. And this particular metal patch, say this one is nothing but a metal one. Okay, everything. This one is nothing but a metal one. Okay, it is nothing but a metal coating. And this is about a patch we say, and this patch antenna. Okay, everything. If you consider this one is a, we can say a metallic structure, and this metallic structure is present on the substrate. Okay, it is deposited on this particular substrate. So generally, you know that a PCB, two-sided PCB, the ground plane is there. So likewise, we have a ground plane, and above that, okay, one side PCB we have used as a, you can say, as a ground plane, and above side we need to develop one particular shape, rectangle or a square, that is nothing but a patch antenna. Okay, so that antenna, or we can consider the microstrip line also on the same and same two-sided PCB. So this way your antenna works. Now, if you consider that a excitation, okay, so how your uh, profile, that is about the uh, profile for your electric field and magnetic field components are there, how it looks like. For that purpose, we should know that what will be the current flowing or what will be the voltage, how that what will be the voltage is present in this particular patch. Now, for example, generally we say that it's about a patch. Now we consider a patch, okay, likewise, or we can consider this one also. Okay. Now, if you cut the section of this particular patch, here, if I cut the section, so how it looks like? It looks like just like here we have this particular shape, okay, this particular patch, and below that there is a substrate. And if you consider small section of a wire, this is about a small section of a wire, that is nothing but a feeding here. Or you can say that is about the input feed here. And this is about a, this one is about, you can say, a whatever the patch width. Okay, you can say that is about your patch. Now, if you consider that, now I just draw a okay, higher length there, that length of this. So now this is about cut, if I cut section here, so it will looks like okay, we will have a patch. Now this one is nothing but a epsilon r. Okay, epsilon r is present. Now if you see that this is about a positive, this one is negative. You can say that your field emanates from this and terminates. Okay, likewise. You can say that it emanates from this patch and terminates. Okay, so likewise, you can say that will emanate from the positive patch and terminate at the negative side. Okay, that is for your, you can say, that for a given particular patch, we can say it is about what we can say, the field is there, that is about the electric. Now, what about the voltage and current distribution? If you see that the voltage and current distribution, so at the since this patch will be act as a dipole. Now, simple. This one is about a patch will be act as a dipole. Now, in that case, what happens? Somewhere it will be positive, somewhere it will be negative. So, if you draw, okay, if you draw a current distribution for a given particular path, so somewhere it will be a positive there. Okay, so I just draw this particular positive and negative likewise. Okay, and if you consider that a voltage and current, sorry, this one is about a current distribution. So, at the center, where we have a maximum current, it will be 0 or a minimum there. You can say that at this end it will be maximum and a current at the center it is maximum and it will be zero otherwise. That is about a current and this one is about a voltage. So similar distributions is there in terms of a path antenna. So how your current and voltage is distributed in the given path. So it is depending upon that what will be the length, everything. Okay, all these factors are depending upon that what will be the length of the path. So it is important to know that what is the length of the given path. That length changes. Okay, if you change the length, so then all the parameters are changed. That's why we should know that how your antenna is to be there. So this is about a simple way if you design a patch and likewise on the substrate. Okay, so the patch is designed. So here we can. So another way is about the excitation of this antenna is what? Simple. We need to design a shape. Supposed to be this is about a rectangular shape is designed, and then this one is about our substance. Okay, this one is about our substance. So instead of connecting, okay, instead of connecting here, likewise this one here. So instead of connecting that strip line through this, or we can say that here, that's about the strip line, okay, line, micro strip line is connected with this to be excited to your pattern. So instead of that, this patch can be excited from the bottom up. Okay, like you can say that about the patch will be excited from the bottom. This way, we can excite this antenna from the bottom there. Here we can say that about the coaxial cable is connected to, or here outer structure, or this one is nothing but a ground plane. Only a single wire is to be used, and that is to be connected to the patch there, or this about the there is nothing but the length of the patch. Okay, this is the length of the patch. Okay, so we can say that about the length of the patch. And this one, for this antenna, patch antenna, this one is nothing but the thickness here, or you can say height. Okay, thickness, or you can say that the height of patch. Okay, so it is nothing but a thickness or a height of the given patch. So if the thickness is very small, then what happens? This particular thickness. Okay, if the thickness is very small, then wave, whatever the wave is generated, okay, that is within the dielectric there. Okay. Now this one is about, we say, a patch that for the given particular patch there. So if that thickness is small, sure, what you can say that because of that small thickness, the wave generated within the given surface. If the thickness is large, so then it will be generated outside. Okay, like that. You can consider. So generally, a given a particular, okay, particular substrate, if you consider that this one is about ground, here this one is about a ground plane, this one is about a patch thickness. So some reflection comes from the given ground plane, and that reflection comes from the ground plane. Okay, so that is about, likewise, suppose I redraw the reflections from this, is depending upon the, that reflections are depending upon the what will be the thickness of this given patch. Okay, so generally we say that this one is about a reflection, like put that, draw that, the reflection likewise. Okay, so this is about the reflection from the given particular patch because of that small thickness of this particular. So these reflections, it will reaches to the whatever the microstrip there, or we can say that the body given particular patch, and because of that, the radiation efficiency is changing, or you can say that radiation of that particular, so whatever the input we are providing, so that will be changes because of that. Okay, what you can say that about the that reflection comes from ground plane. Okay, since this thickness is small, then there will be a patch will have some reflection, and that reflection will that will changes the radiation energy, or you can say that about the incident energy of the particular whatever the signal. Okay, then this antenna can be used for this. But you can say that about a resonant frequency, or you can say that because of that length of this patch is approximately lambda by 2. That's why we can say that the patch or this antenna will work at a lambda by 2. Okay. So similarly, we need to consider the microstrip line to be connected to this patch is again to work for this particular operation. We have to develop, or we have to design a antenna as well as the microstrip line that will work for the same resonant frequency. There and then we need the efficiency, high efficiency. Okay, otherwise efficiency reduced. So each and every line, so we can consider that the about a strip line. So whichever the strip line we say is about a strip line we say. So it has some particular character impedance. This patch, it has the length and width, it has some particular character impedance. So we can say that the transmission line and whatever the patch we have, it has the same character impedance. So generally, we need to design microstrip antenna. Design the microstrip antenna for the conditions of whatever the characteristic impedance of the that particular line or characteristics of this particular path. Generally, we say that the characteristic impedance of the path is depending upon the ZOT here, okay, that is about T is nothing but the thickness, and this one is nothing but the length of the wire or length of the path, and this one